jumping into view like, what? Oh, hello there. Am I ready? Am I ready to go? Am I ready to go? I mean, how do I even start this? See, I always have this issue. I start things and then I just really don't know what I'm doing because I don't exactly plan things out. Story of my life. I'll just keep combing my hair because I'm a beautiful mermaid. A majestical unicorn. What is up, you weird and wonderful, beautiful beings? I'm Alley Girl, the wannabe Valley Girl, and welcome to my channel. So I guess first things first is we start with an intro. My name is Ayla Samantha Duncan. I am an aspiring professional dancer, professionally trained. I did studio training, so there was tap, jazz, ballet, musical theatre, lyrical, contemporary, a little bit of hip-hop, but I wouldn't exactly classify myself as a hip-hop dancer. Can you even see that? God, my pillows look nasty. I swear to God it's the lighting. That or it's makeup. That's disgusting. Yeah, I kind of have an issue with forgetting to take my makeup off at the end of the day. Oh, you nasty. I've always been extremely passionate about the performing arts, and I'm definitely hoping to break more into that. And I've been fortunate enough to do a couple of shows, which has been amazing because, well, I'm me, and hi, I'm also an aspiring model.
Oh, really?
But I'm also a bit of a dork, so I don't exactly see how well that's gonna go, but who knows? I mean, I don't exactly have an Instagram, so I need to get started on that, but to do that, you need money, and well, I'm a wannabe Valley Girl. I don't exactly have much. And if you haven't guessed it already, I am a trans woman. So here's the sitch. I've always wanted to start a YouTube channel, and to be honest, I've never really known what I've wanted to do, I've just wanted to. And I'm definitely going to be leaving the 2 previous videos up on this channel for your cringeworthy pleasure, so please feel free to go and tell me how terrible those were, especially looking at my New Year's resolution one, because that got really interesting and I basically did none of that. The truth is, I just really need to get my shit together. Because right now, I really need to work on myself. If I'm being honest, I've really let myself go. I've really let myself slip from where I've wanted to be and where I've wanted to see myself. And if I'm being completely truthful, I've kind of used being trans as almost like a defense mechanism. I always thought that I would never be able to get into any form of a professional show or be able to work professionally as a dancer or a performer because of being trans, and the truth is that that's just simply not true. I've done quite a few things. I've been in a movie that I can't talk about just yet. I've worked on film sets which have been amazing, and I'm hoping to do a lot more of that work. And again, I've been in a couple of dance shows and done performances for awards evenings and sort of promo work. I've also done a tiny amount of actual modelling, which was amazing. I don't count my successes. I sit there and see how much further I need to go, how much more I need to push, and where I want to be in relation to where I am now. Where I am now is not a place where I want to be. Being a dancer, I've always had a strict regiment. I've always had body conditioning and flexibility training. I've needed to work on my nutrition, and to be honest, everything's kind of slid. Everything's sort of fallen apart, and I've neglected the things that I care about. And what I tend to do when I feel like everything's falling apart is I disappear. I stop talking to people, I hide in my room, I let everything go. I stop caring about myself and what I'm doing. Over the last couple of weeks, I've really had to look at myself and have a hard conversation. I've had to acknowledge that the way I'm living is just simply not sustainable. And it feels like I've really hit rock bottom this time. I've let my training slip. I've let my nutrition slide wholeheartedly. I'm kind of at the stage where when I get into those moods and when I get into that headspace of everything is too much and I start to freak out, I kind of just stop eating for a couple of days, and then when I do start eating again, I'm binging on absolute junk food. I've been a smoker for 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. 9 years. And I'm also smoking a lot more on record now than I ever have before. I'm broke and constantly fighting to try and get more hours at work because I work retail, which is shift work, and I'm on a casual contract, which means that I'm not technically speaking eligible for shifts, but I'm struggling to get enough shifts to get by. Honestly, it just kind of feels like I've just been a failure at everything. I've been a failure as a friend, I've been a failure as a sister and a daughter, I've been failing myself through my dance training. I did an audition a couple of weeks ago that I went in, and it was the first time that I felt like an absolute amateur. I wasn't able to have the flexibility, I wasn't fast enough, I didn't pick up the choreography, and for me that was really damaging because I just walked away feeling like a complete and total loser. I've been a failure as a girlfriend, though to be honest, technically speaking, we were just casual. That's a story in itself to unpack. And right now I'm tired. I'm tired of being a failure. I'm tired of feeling like I'm not good enough. One of my best friends, she's seen me go through a lot, and I've always been able to be very open and honest with her about the things that I'm dealing with and the things that I'm struggling with. And recently she said that she's seen me be a fighter. She's seen me never give up, even when everything feels like it's really hard. And she's seen me pull myself through more shit than I've ever had to. And I looked at her and I said, I don't have the strength. I looked at her and said, I don't think I can get through this. Over the last couple of months, couple of years, there have been a lot of things that I've had to deal with that I haven't exactly dealt with. But you know, in hindsight, you really come to learn how those things have actually affected where you are now, which is great. I mean, even the situation with my ex, I told him that I didn't need him to be my hero because I've always been my own hero. I've always figured that I've had to do everything on my own and that I've never needed anybody's help. I tend to have an issue with asking people for help, but the truth was, while we were together, everything that I'd been dealing with and everything that was sort of going through my head, he helped keep them at bay, and so for that period of time, he was my Superman, though I'll never admit that to him. And then when he left, it was like everything came crashing back, and I didn't know how to get through it. But I know that I need to get started. I'm lucky enough to have a friend that believes in me and believes that I can get through this. She's always tried to tell me that, you know, that I'm not alone, that she's there, that my other friends are there for me, that I've got an amazing family. And she also knows that when you're dealing with stuff, you don't really see the people that are out there who are supporting you, who are behind you, who do believe in you and do believe that you can do amazing things. And that's what I've been struggling with. I've been struggling with feeling alone. I've been struggling with dealing... Oh great, gonna cry in my first video. I've been struggling with having to deal with everything on my own. And the truth is, I don't think I've ever really dealt with anything. I run, I hide, I cower. I'm basically a cute little mouse. I want to be the person that my friend believes me to be. I want to be that fighter. I want to fix my life. I want to fix my finances. I want to fix my nutrition. I want to fix my relationship to exercise. I want to fix my relationships with my friends, and I just want to fix where I am mentally. And I know that it's going to be hard, and I know that there's going to be a lot of ups and downs, and well, I don't know how much of it I'm actually going to document, but I'm going to put as much of it as I feel comfortable on YouTube because it's time. It's time that I actually face my issues. It's time that I face the way that I've been living. I mean, honestly, you should see my room, because when I say like I don't care about something, I really don't care. And everything else around me falls apart because I start living in the way that my mind thinks that my world is. So it's time that I start my journey. It's time that I start my redemption. It's time that I flourish and be the best version of me that I can. And it's certainly going to be interesting. There's going to be a lot that I have to sort of unpack, and there's going to be a lot for me to change, and I'm ready to make those changes. This journey that I'm about to step into is going to be one of the biggest things that I've ever done. And I think the main reason that I want to put it out on YouTube is that, well, because I've struggled with feeling like I'm alone. I've struggled with feeling like everything is too much and that I'm not going to be able to do this. And then when I get to the other side, I look back and go, you did that. And I think there's something relatable about that. I think we've all dealt with something that has felt too great at the time and too lonely. And this is my way of saying to anybody that needs to hear it that you're not alone. So I have no actual plan on how I'm going to do this, but as I grow and develop and change, so is my YouTube channel. So if you want to, come and join me. And I think the only thing I can really say at this stage is that change is just going to be one thing at a time, because one small thing becomes another. And so on and so forth until you've done something unbelievable. I have to edit this incoherent rambling. I'm giving myself permission to have hope. I'm going to make changes and I'm going to grow. So if you want to see how I'm going to change my life and change my current position, join me. Like, I don't exactly know how this whole YouTube channel thing is going to go. I'm kind of just going to film shit and put it out there. If you'd be so kind, please subscribe to my channel and join me on my very random journey that's going to be filled with lots of ups and downs. Subscribe!